You already know who you fucking with, man. If you don't know, you finna find out in a minute. Until then, man, just sit back and vibe. You can't tell me I ain't a fool, man, on this production, man. I ain't gonna do no rapping today, man. Just let that down south hit your soul. Sometimes what's understood ain't gotta be explained. I tell y'all that all the time. But I stay explaining shit. I guess you didn't know I was more favorite than your favorite astrologer. Most favorite. See, I said shit wrong, y'all. I'm more fly than your most favorite astrologer. That's probably undebatable. If you ain't smoking, I don't know what you doing with your life right now, man. It's Friday. Hey, either we can chill or we can get into some real gangster shit. It's about that time to open up your ear and let me crawl into your mind. We done played around long enough, and I know these motherfuckers we gonna talk about today, they ain't patient. What it was, y'all. Y'all already know who it is. And y'all tuned in with Priceless Knowledge Yourself. And this right here, this ain't shit but a little cosmic insight, man. And without no motherfucking delay before I get cussed out or beat up, this right here, this a little something about those people that have Black Moon Lilith in Aries in their natal chart. Yeah, dude. And before we actually even get to that, you already know what I'm going to do first, just as a courtesy, you know. I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about Lilith and bring y'all the mythology behind it and a little bit of the history and the energy that comes along with the Black Moon Lilith. Then after that, I'm going to give a quick breakdown, you know, about the sign of Aries, a little review of that. Then after that, you know, we're going to bring it out to a culmination, y'all. So let's go ahead and get it cracking, man. And so in mythology, Lilith comes to us through Jewish or Judaic mythology, and it's the oldest story ever told, y'all. And what it is Lilith and Adam were created by God at the same time, male and female. At the beginning, God created man and woman. You understand? And no, they were created at the same time and equally And that's something that people never need to lose sight of, man. Ain't no more dominant or more submissive gender, man. That's bullshit, man. Or energy, masculine or feminine. Like, they got it twisted. And whoever interjected that with some bullshit, and like, it needs to be done with, man. Because that's when you'll really get shit twisted in your life. You understand? And so, back to the story anyway. So they're created equally, and all was good in the hood until it came time to consummate the relationship. You know, it came time to get nasty. And when it came time for that, Adam tells Lilith, you know, lay down so I may lay on top of you. And Lilith, this ain't Eve, and she ain't submissive. She wasn't feeling that, and she didn't like the feeling of that. And she said, no. She said, you lay down so I may lay on top of you, motherfucker. And we know Adam, he wasn't having that either. And so they got into it, and it was a great calamity, and everybody was seeing it, and, you know, whoever everybody was. That's a whole nother story. But and the angel of the Lord comes down, and he's trying to sort it out. And in sorting it out, he brings that, you know, God sides with Adam. And immediately Lilith, she feels disrespected. She's not having it still. So she dips out to, you know, become a lot of different things in a lot of different mythologies. Some would say that she's a demon that steals babies and kills babies. Some would say that she's a seducer of men to their demise. Some would say that she's Satan's wife. Some would say she's the mother of all demons. You know, there's all kinds of stories, but I think that's all bullshit, man. I think that's something made up by somebody that wasn't, you know, comfortable with that type of energy. You know, Lilith is strong, independent, fierce, sexual. It can be manipulative, dark, feminine energy. And like I said, it ain't submissive, man. And so back to the story, you know, Adam's back home in the Garden of Eden or wherever they're at, and he's hurting, he's lonely, you know, poor little Ting Ting. And so, feeling pity upon him, God put him into a stupor, and then took one of his ribs and made Eve. You understand? And you have to understand that Eve is of Adam. You know what I'm saying? But women are not of Adam. Eve was of Adam. You get what I'm saying? She was made of Adam for Adam to be submissive of Adam. And that's what it was. So she was made to be someone that would lay up underneath him. But y'all have both of this in you. And what you channel, we all have both of this in us, actually. What you channel is what you channel. What you do with it is what you do with it. You understand? And so that's what goes on with that. So in astrology, in each person's chart, you know, there's an indicator of what some would say is dark karma. And this is where Lilith kind of comes into play. And like the nose, it's not a real celestial body, but it really represents a certain point or aberration in the chart. And it helps to understand where certain provocations, certain temptations, turn-ons, fears, trials, and all kinds of darker stuff may await a person. And it could represent the darker or the shadow side of our personality, as well as the type of energy that can, you know, make us nervous, turn us on, or even put us in great states of trepidation, man. And it definitely manifests differently with masculine and feminine and energy. And I'm not going to get into that again, but I'm just going to say that, you know, women have a lot easier time, or people that are comfortable with their feminine energy are going to have a lot easier time with it. And because they understand it, they feel it, and they allow their intuition to guide them in certain situations. And, you know, they know how to work their job, you know, and it's not going to be in a way that's going to hurt anybody if it's doing it in a higher vibration. But with people that can't handle this type of energy, you know, it's going to make them do things weird, you know, sexual things, and be manipulative, and just really manifest in dark situations, and probably put them in a lot of different negative situations in their life. And, you know, another thing is there are periods when Lilith is a lot more strong, and that's in years of multiple of 9. And I'm not talking about 1909, 1918, 1927, 1936, 1945. Yes, I know, man. I'm talking about in years of multiple of 9 since your birth, because that's when you have a Lilith return. That's where it goes through the whole zodiac and comes to the exact moment you was at the time you were birthed. And, you know, that's when you're going to run into a lot of problems, probably a lot of fateful events may happen, and you're going to have to face yourself and deal with a lot of these shadow aspects in your life. And that's a great time to do a lot of shadow work. It's always a great time to do shadow work, to be prepared for any type of situation and to understand that part of your nature, because it doesn't have to be, shadow doesn't have to be bad, negative, or dark. Negative, that might be different, but dark and light, that doesn't necessarily have to be good or bad. And people always get that twisted. This is just the darker side of things. And if you can really understand that can be used in a positive vibration, like, that's all gravy for you too, man. Like, it really is. And that also will happen like 5 months before that Lilith return and 5 months after. And you also have to understand that nothing could happen, because, it's really about what you allow to happen in your life. Everything is about what you allow to happen in your life. And when you realize that, really none of this shit, it kind of becomes moot. But I'm here to tell you the truth, man. I'm not here to bullshit with you. And also, when I'm talking about what might happen, I'm not here for predictions, man. I'm here for self-awareness and, character development. And so when we're talking about the sign of Aries, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and it rules the first house. It's ruled by Mars. It rules the head. Its symbol is the ram, and its mantra for me is I am. That's kind of what it is for everybody. Pardon me. And this is cardinal fire, y'all. And this energy likes to be first in all things, man. And Aries is the leader of the pack. You know what I'm saying? This is always the motherfucker first in line to get shit cracking. You know what I'm saying? But usually seeing shit through to completion, not so much. I ain't gonna lie to you. This energy prefers to initiate rather than complete, man. And it's all about rallying the troops and heading head first into battle. Aries oozes personal magnetism, and it isn't shy or timid in the slightest bit. This energy right here is bolder than your grip. Real talk, man. And it's pioneering and the epitome of fucking strength and competitiveness. And, wherever Aries shows up in your chart, man, it's going to bring a jolt of energy and dynamism. And it can really bring about the dawning of a new day, or it can bring about nothing but conflict. It's really about how you manifest it, man. And so when we're talking about having Lilith, the black moon Lilith in Aries, I'm gonna ask you right now, is you right about it? Because they about it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? This might be the type of motherfucker that'll slap the shit out your ass for fun. Maybe. But not necessarily. We'll think about it. But really, more than anything else, man, having Lilith placed here makes a person want to be independent at all motherfucking costs. And they're going to have a hell of a time accepting being told what to do by other people. And not only that, Aries is the sign of self. So selfishness and needing everything to go their motherfucking way, man, that can be a real motherfucking issue when we talk about this. Because stroking the fire even further, pun intended. With Mars and Lilith getting together, man, their passionate motherfucking shit can really overcome both the logic and the emotions. And when it goes down like that, we're talking about the motherfucking Yellowstone motherfucking super volcano erupted, man. Like, that's the type of fire we're talking about, man. And that's fire and brimstone, man. And it could destroy your whole world. And that's just being real. That's being real, man. And going even further than that, having Mars influence the black moon Lilith, man, this can bring out this really intensely competitive side to a motherfucker's nature that kind of makes him approach everything and everybody in life, even their relationships, like a motherfucking battle. And this really kind of comes from a deep inherent fear of being weak or unworthy. And what that does is just kind of fuels this combativeness that, that makes them always ready to prove themselves. So these motherfuckers stay froggy, man. Like, this somebody that's about that action, man. Real talk, man. And you know what I'm saying? These are the type of people that are born with a chip on their motherfucking shoulder, man. And they're confrontational and they make their own motherfucking rules. And Lilith can make a motherfucker, with like this in Aries, not give a fuck. not give a fuck at certain times, man. It can manifest in a motherfucking proverbial button pusher. And they're just type of motherfucker that's always, you know what I'm saying, takes shit too far. You know what I'm saying? Which they don't bar that shit either. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers are fearless. They're fearless. And like I said, man, they're about that action, man. And anything that comes with it, man. Anything that comes with it, even when it's to their own detriment. That's might be unfortunate, but that's true, man. And they're just kind of not going to be the type waiting around for permission to do a motherfucking thing, man. Because patience is something they don't have, man. Patience is something they don't have, man. And they ain't worried about what happens later on when they got this in play, when Lilith is in play, man. This is passion personified. Real talk. This is rage, man. This is fire. Speaking of which, let me light my fire. But real talk, man. So I'm gonna tell you straight up, man. When you cross somebody with Lilith and Aries, you might as well be ready to squabble. You might as well be ready to fight, man. And that's if you ain't already picking up your motherfucking fronts off the ground off in front of you, man. Like real talk, man. Real talk, man. And cause when you cross them, they ain't about to do no talking. This is somebody that will slap the cowboy shit out you. They don't play no games, man. Unless you're dealing with a highly evolved and balanced individual, man, this is probably somebody that retaliates with rage, that can definitely become violent and maybe even deadly in a lot of cases, man. And some. And I'm not playing. These ain't killers. It's passion personified. Like we said, man. And like, they're so competitive. Either way, they respond to any adversity with, you know, extreme passion, man. Like, this is somebody that, you know, they don't have no C game. They bring their A game all the time, man. They always own it. Whatever it is that they are, they always own it. Always. And you got to respect it or check it, man. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody that, you know, might employ eye for an eye like a motherfucker, man. Another thing, if you ever attempt to take something from somebody that has this placement, man, you might as well cancel Christmas, because you liable not to live to try that bullshit ever again on anybody else. And like I said, that doesn't necessarily mean that all of them are just trippy like that. That doesn't make their whole personality like that. This is just a part of them. This could be the most peaceful person in the world, but if you cross them in certain ways and if this is tapped into, like, you're going to be in a world of trouble. You're going to be in a world of trouble. And also, man, when it comes to, you know, what makes them nervous, or, you know what I'm saying, what really bothers them or pisses them off, man. And in this case, you know, they don't like losing. Even the thought of it. They don't like losing control. And they don't like waiting. And the thought of somebody being able to rule over them, yeah, that could really make them act out. And do all kinds of shit to, you know, fight back. Even if it's something that they thought up in their mind was just coming up against them. You gotta understand that. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of which, they fear itself. You know what I'm saying? Deep down, they worry about not being able to have what it takes to rise to the occasion when they meet a challenge. So what do? They go pick this fight instead. That's what they do. That's what fear does for you. That's why I mean they're fearless, because they're scared of being scared of a situation. They're so scared that they might end up being scared that they'll go pick the fight. Yeah. That's deep, man. And they're also the type of motherfucker who will really show their ass and do some crazy ass shit in the moment, then dip out because they might not be able to take it, you know what I'm saying, when they fucked up. When they burnt that bridge with all that fire. You Yeah. And speaking of passion, they're impulsive. And if they want something or someone, you know what I'm saying? If that sparks their desire, they're going to get what they want. This is a true go-getter in every sense of the word. And speaking of passion and the sexual side of this, you know, there is no higher sex drive than people with Lilith placed here. You know what I'm saying? Once that switch gets flipped and they own it, you know what I'm saying? They own it. They own it. And they don't want to play no motherfucking games, man. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get it in. They trying to get it in. And they probably going to tell you that. And, you know what I'm saying? They're going to let it be known assertively, aggressively. You know what I'm saying? That, hey, man, this is what it's about, man. Another thing, these folks kind of love to chase. You know what I'm saying? So when you become real available, you might just be out of there, man. And, you know, they want to conquer. You know what I'm saying? It's the God of war. You know what I'm saying? And in some cases, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the chase, man. It's just the chase, man. It's self that turned them on. So after, you know, they done got their conquest, man, they finna go chase something else. Unapologetically. Yeah. So this one is fierce, to say the least. And, you know, the highest vibration of this is just a person who channels their passion, you know, positively. And that doesn't mean to not be sexual. That doesn't mean to stop feeling. It just means to make sure that you don't get yourself in a motherfucking holding tank all the motherfucking time at the county because you done showed your ass. And, you know, you also got to learn not to be so goddamn selfish, man. It ain't all about you all the motherfucking time. Maybe it is. But these people are the type that always find an excuse that, you know, it's about me now. Everybody did this. No, motherfucker, it's always been about you. And if you can just remember that and understand that just because you built like that, don't mean you have to build like that. You'll be all right, man. You don't have to feed into any negativity, bro. You don't have to let anything take over your life or rule over you. You don't have to be. We have all this energy available to us in all of our charts, man. What you do it is what you do it. And if you up on game, you know that it ain't about what you do. It's about how you do it. So as long as you keep that in that motherfucking blockhead of yours, man, you'll be straight, man. Okay? Hey. I appreciate all the love and support, man. There's been some priceless knowledge of self. If y'all fuck with me on any level, man, like, share, subscribe. If you're interested in any astrological readings whatsoever, you can either hit me up in the comments below or you can email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com, man. Okay? Hey, if y'all want to fuck with me on the merch, like I said, man, the hats, I ain't got my other hat over here. You know what I'm saying? The hoodies, y'all know what to do. Get at me, man. But I ain't gonna lie, it'll take a lot more to be as fly as this. And y'all already know y'all love you, man. I love y'all, man. I'm gonna tell y'all what, man. Y'all need to be sharing this shit, man. Y'all need to be fucking with me. If y'all interested in doing any donations, man, you already see the link in the description below, man. But I don't expect nothing, man. Y'all already know, because I'm straight, man. I'm living good. But still, you know, if you fuck with me, you fuck with me. Just tell me you fuck with me. But I'm also seeing a lot of comments, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not seeing as much likes and subscriptions as matching the comments I'm getting. You want to talk to me about it, man? You know, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, it just is what it is, man. I'm gonna keep it real with you, though, man. Shout out to everybody that fucks with me on a motherfucking real certain level, man. You already know how I rock, man. I'm here with y'all. My work ethic is going to stay what it is, man. I appreciate everybody that stays down with our cars with priceless knowledge of self, man. And we're just going to keep growing exponentially, man. I appreciate everything. Y'all keep it trill, man. The next time y'all hear from me, it'll be Monday or Tuesday, man, when we right back talking about Chiron, man. we moving through this shit like a motherfucker, bro. I love y'all, man.